tell me why this matters. Why is what we get from AI not good enough in most cases?
Ooh, we're starting with a hard-hitting question then. Just like really get the people going, get the hackles raised, right? So I am firmly on, like, I guess the dark side of the AI discussion as a whole. I am one of those people that extensively uses AI. I use it to write LinkedIn posts. I use it to write blogs for my business. I use it to outline things. I use it for all sorts of stuff. But you're right. People get worked up whenever we start talking about the way that we use AI and then the way that it feels like AI. And there is a nuance to creating something with AI, no matter what medium, what platform, whatever you choose. There is a nuance to creating that content so that it is humanized in the long run. And I think really it comes back to the idea that building trust is super crucial in any business. No matter what sector you're in, no matter what you're selling, no matter what you're trying to do, you need your customers to trust you. You need them to feel excited and welcomed and delighted by the thing that you are offering. And in order to do that, you have to make it to where it doesn't look like you're outsourcing your content to a robot, because that's going to immediately erode that trust. So I think the first step is making sure that whatever you create doesn't immediately look like it was written by AI. It has to have that humanized component to it.
Okay. So what are those red flags that might? So you use it a lot. I use it for some things. What are some of those red flags that make you, as an aficionado, your hackles to go up, to use your phrasing, that show that this is clearly robot written?
So the longer you use it, you'll start to notice. And I think like the general population has started to notice this too as we get more and more content written by AI. But the current AI models we have, so the most prominent ones, ChatGPT, Jasper, Content at Scale is gathering some speed. All of those kind of have these little crutches that you notice after you start using them for massive amounts of content. And so I use ChatGPT most often. That's the one I started on. It's the one I'm most comfortable with. It's the one I use in my day-to-day life. So I know that almost invariably, no matter what I do to train the model, no matter what I do to redirect the prompt or whatever, it's got these phrases that it gets stuck on. So one of those is from this to that. And like that's its favorite way to summarize something. So say I'm writing an article for the photography business, it'll be like, from the morning of your wedding to the last kiss of the, it's like every single time it's the same one. So I know invariably I'm going to have to go in and pull that language. Otherwise, that pattern is recognizable. People pick up on that. Another big one that it will use is as a blank, because when you're training your model, you go in and you're like, as a content and video coach at Impact or whatever, and it will just blatantly call out whatever your title is, and I can't stand that either. So that's another one of those things. Like just the cadence of the writing can get very generic and very formulatized because it is a robot. So I definitely make sure to
Yeah,
fix that.
it's so funny because it sounds there's artifice here. There's
Yes.
the robot is pretending to be something, and just like anyone pretending to be something, there's always a sort of false tone struck to whatever. If I was impersonating a nuclear physicist, I'd probably say, well, as a nuclear physicist, my opinion, it's just ways that we sort of, I don't know, try to reinforce who we are remind our audience how they should be listening to us. And I love it because that feels really practical. It feels like those are real things we could look for when it's easy to go pattern blind and not necessarily notice those. But then when you have that on your radar screen, you can look for it, fix it, make it better transitions, better phrasings, etc.